Do you enjoy local sports talk? Well, then you don't want to miss the Sports Couch every Saturday morning at 8:30 on Super Hits AM 1210 and AreaSports.net. The Sports Couch is 90 minutes of great local sports talk where we visit with area coaches and other local media covering the sports in our area. You never know who's going to be on the couch. So join us for the Sports Couch Saturday morning at 8:30 on Super Hits AM 1210 and on AreaSports.net. Hey, basketball fans, you're invited to enjoy an evening with the Blonde Bomber, Jay Scheidler. He's coming to the Edwards County High School in Albion on Saturday, April 11th. Jay Scheidler won a state championship with Lawrenceville in 1974 and finished third in 76. He also won a national championship with Kentucky in 1978. And he was selected as Mr. Basketball in the state of Illinois during his senior year when he averaged over 32 points per game. Nobody else in Illinois has ever shot the basketball with the accuracy or the range of Jay Scheidler. And he could jump out of the gym, too. Jay Scheidler will tell all about his basketball stories and share his faith during an evening with the Blonde Bomber. Make plans to come out and hear and meet Jay Scheidler, the Blonde Bomber, on Saturday, April 11th at the Edwards County High School Gym in Albion. Tickets are just $20 each, which includes the meal. And music will be provided by the Judah First Band. Find more information by going to goodconcerts.com. That's goodconcerts.com. Hello again, basketball fans. Welcome to the final night of the Carmi Invitational Tournament and the championship game as the Fairfield Mules get set to take on the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. I'm Randy Olson courtside, and I am joined by a very special guest tonight. You know him well. Marty, say hello to everybody. I'm going to put you on the camera here too, okay?
Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good to be here.
All right. Good to be here with you, too. I'm glad that you're here. You know a lot about this Mules basketball team. You've seen a lot of Mules games throughout the year. In fact, you've seen a lot of these guys grow up through the grade school and things like that in your teaching days. And this is a good Mules team that comes in at 18-3 and trying to become back-to-back champions here.
Yeah, this is a good group of kids. I mean, they play well together. They have a lot of depth on the team, a lot of skilled players. Their defense is very solid. They can flat out score. And, I have watched a lot of these kids grow up just from playing 5th and 6th grade basketball all the way up to junior high, all the way up down in high school. And they're a lot of fun. I think they've surprised some people this year. I knew they were going to win some ball games, but I think they're 18-3 right now, and they've really stepped up and played really, really well this year.
Yeah. Did they call you Coach Slover, Mr. Slover, or what did they call you?
A lot of them just call me Coach, and I just answer.
Okay. That's fine. That's great. And you're enjoying retirement, huh?
I'm enjoying it very much, yes. I'm still coaching at the college, but I enjoy it very much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you're doing a great job out there at Frontier Community College with those Bobcat softball program for sure. And I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about that as we go along here on the broadcast. And we're going to talk some Cardinal baseball, too, for sure, because you just got back from the winter warm-up, so you've got some inside stories there, some inside scoop for us.
Yeah, well, I was kind of walking around some of the vendors there, and there was a guy there that a lot of people didn't recognize, and I did, and got a chance to talk to Benji Molina for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Javier Molina's brother, another one of the Molina brothers that played Major League Baseball. So, yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later on and get some insight on what he told you about the Cardinals team and that sort of thing. Let's talk about this game coming up as the Mules come in again at 18-3, and of course they are undefeated here in the tournament this week. They're 4-0, and the Mount Carmel Aces, they come in at 3-1. They stubbed their toe this morning in kind of a crazy game. I was not here, but many of the broadcasters that were here I talked to down in the hospitality room told me they had 4 technical fouls called in that game, and Mount Carmel actually lost to Harrisburg this morning in that game by a score of 57-48. So they actually come in tonight with a record of 3-1 in the tournament. So if Mount Carmel beats Fairfield, we're actually going to have a 3-way tie because Harrisburg has finished the tournament now at 4-1.
Yeah, and that's going to be really interesting to see how that kind of shakes out because both of these teams right here it's just not just your routine, let's go play the game. If we win, it's okay. If we lose, we're still going to be champions. There's a lot riding on this.
Oh, yeah, there is. the Mules are trying to become back-to-back champions. And, there hasn't been back-to-back champions since Mount Carmel did it a few years back. And, while Fairfield has shared the championship before under Coach McElraby's tenure, winning it last year outright was the first time that Fairfield had won it outright in this tournament since 1992. So you got to go back a long way prior to last year for when the Mules won it outright.
I think that was the Gwaltney Murphy team.
Probably was.
Yeah. I was at that game. I think they beat Carmi in the championship game.
Could be. We've got the record book here. We might have to look that one up and see. But
I remember
you're probably right.
I remember that game very, very vividly.
That was a good Fairfield team that year, and you are absolutely right, sir. See, that's why we call you Mr. Analysis.
I was at that game, and I remember
1992.
Fairfield behind in that ball game, and Coach Odom put a full court press on. We got a steal, and in that steal, I think Collie Gwaltney went up and dunked over a kid from Carmel.
Is that right?
And really put it down, and they just kind of excited the crowd, and I think they came back and won that ball game.
Yeah, I see Red Hill was in the tournament that year, too. Red Hill got third place in that year in 1992.
Yeah, and Red Hill had beaten us, actually, in the regular season twice that year.
Yeah. Well, the Mules shared the tournament championship in 2015, and they shared it also in 2000, but won it outright last year, of course. But, they never did really get to finish the tournament last year because of snow, but because they had already won enough of the key games, they were declared the champion, and, of course, didn't lose any of the games that they played in last year. But they'd like to run the table tonight against these Mount Carmel Aces. But one of the challenges that they have, of course, is Caleb Appleby. He's a 6'6" junior, post man for the Aces, and I had Coach McElraby on the Sportscast with me this morning. I said, Coach, how do you simulate a guy like Appleby in practice? What do you do? And he said, well, it's nice because I've got an assistant coach that's also 6'6".
Yes, he's got two assistant coaches.
They're pretty tall.
They're pretty tall, and Coach Book is probably getting close to the age of 40.
Yeah.
But he's still very athletic and still can mix it up. And of course, you got to guard Nathaniel Lackey in practice.
Right.
That's not an easy task either.
Right. Now he said Nathaniel Lackey's not in the same shape as Caleb Appleby anymore, but he said it was great to have him out on the floor to kind of run some sets and some possibilities and schemes and things that Mount Carmel might do and simulate the size, because he said when you got a 6'6" guy in the lane like that, obviously it's going to change the trajectory of your shot, and you got to think about things like that. But the main thing he said we got to do tonight is keep the Aces off the boards.
To keep them off the glass, and that is probably his biggest concern tonight, because they're a little more physical, I think. Size-wise, height-wise, I think we can match up with them okay, but the physicality is going to be the thing that is going to come into play.
Mount Carmel Aces will have a different coach tonight. Instead of head coach Tyler Buss, it'll be assistant coach Kyle Buss, his brother, coaching the Aces tonight, because the two technicals that were called on Coach Buss in the game earlier today has disqualified him for tonight's game. So he's either watching our feed or maybe something else, and not able to be here to coach his team tonight. How that'll play in this situation, I don't really know. And you don't know how their players are going to come out. Are they going to come out with a chip on their shoulder after losing that game this morning to Harrisburg, or are they going to come out flat? You don't really know.
That's true. I think another thing too that you had to look at is the games that were played today. Did Fairfield get a chance to rest their kids? And Mount Carmel playing a close ball game like that was probably a lot more intense, took a little bit more out of them.
I agree.
And you see how they rebound, but they're 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. They're going to rebound a lot faster, but that's something that comes into play, I think, too.
No, I think that's a good point, because Fairfield did have a much easier game with Edwards County today, so they probably are much more rested, I would say, than what the Aces are. We'll step aside, take a short break, let you meet some of our great sponsors making this broadcast possible. Back with more from the Carmi Invitational Tournament in just a moment. It's the heating season, and Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods has you covered with fast, reliable propane delivery service for your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled for your grill or camper, Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods can do it. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through their website at wainwrightpropane.com. And don't forget, they also sell propane grills, smokers, and deep fryers at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods.
The difference between profit and loss is razor thin in today's market. Luckily, your GSI dealer is there to help you stay in the black. Capturing futures carry and improving your basis with increased on-farm storage on average could earn a 50-cent per bushel difference. Taking advantage of early harvest and saving with on-farm drying makes a profitability difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line, that's the GSI difference.
Vaughn Equipment is a family-owned and operated business in Fairfield that's committed to providing quality equipment to the farm, construction, tractor-trailer, marine, and oil field industries. They feature a great selection of new and pre-owned trucks, trailers, farm equipment, construction equipment, and rental equipment. Their inventory changes weekly, and you can see it all in person or on their website. Whatever you're looking for to do the job right, Vaughn Equipment can help you. They're located at 1102 South 1st Street in Fairfield, or call 842-3500.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Lynn Braden in McLeansboro today.
Welcome back to the championship game of the Carmi Invitational Tournament. Randy Olson here along with Marty Slover. And Marty, you know, the depth has really been beneficial for the Fairfield Mules all season long. The guys that they can bring off the bench that don't just come in and take up space and are warm bodies. They're guys that can come in and contribute and really make a positive impact on the team. I mean, they come in and looking to score. Yeah,
they come in and they have a role. They know what their role is. They know how to do their job, and they do it very well. And that's a big part of their success. And something else you were talking about when you mentioned it earlier about practice.
Yeah.
These guys go head-to-head in practice.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going against, 10 players that are going to push you, and you're going to get better. I know when I coached junior high ball, some of my better teams, my bench kids would push my starters.
Sure.
So that's something I think that happens a lot with the Mules.
In the game earlier today, the Mules, again, blew out at Edwards County in their game, and so they got to play virtually everybody, on the bench. They were led in scoring by Landon Zerlini, who, again, played sparingly earlier today, but had 19 points in that game. And he has been a hot shooter all week long for the Mules.
He gets in the zone, and he's hard to stop when he gets in his zone like that.
Kane Hickson ball playing inside will be interesting. I assume he's probably going to be matched up somehow in there with Appleby, him and Luke Dagg, so it'll be interesting how they handle that.
Yeah, I look for Dagg to probably start out on Appleby at first, and we'll see how the foul situation goes.
And definitely want to stay out of foul trouble, that's for sure. Other keys to the game as you see it here, Marty?
I think that if I were Mount Carmel, I would probably want to try to control the tempo of the game, not get into a running game up and down the floor because, like we mentioned earlier, fatigue in that fourth quarter kind of might set in. And, all the passing inside, outside game with Mount Carmel is going to have to be controlled by Fairfield, and Mount Carmel is going to have to control our shooting from the perimeter.
All right. That is Marty Slover. He is our color analyst tonight. Glad to have him on the broadcast here for tonight's championship game as the Fairfield Mules get ready to take on the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. Mount Carmel will be the visitors on the scoreboard tonight. They're wearing their traveling maroon uniforms trimmed in the gold. Let's meet them right now. We'll have some of their fans standing up in front of us, of course, so bear with us as they do that. Number 21 is Gage Kennard. He's a 5'10" freshman, actually. They got him listed as a freshman. Number 3 is Bo Stipp. He's their point guard. He's a 6-foot junior. The big man inside, of course, Caleb Appleby, a 6'6" junior. Also starting is Aiden Gill, I believe, number 24, a 5'7" senior. And Kyle Klein, a 6'2" senior, wears number 4. And so now let's meet the starting lineup for the Fairfield Mules. We assume that Coach Scott McElravy will go with his same lineup he's gone with pretty much all year. Number 3 is Noah McElravy, 5'10" junior. Number 4, Wyatt Gilbert, 5'11" senior. Number 10, Kane Hickson-Baugh, 6'3" senior. Number 24, Landon Zerlini, 6'3" junior. And Luke Dagg, 6'2" senior, wears number 30. So again, McElravy, Gilbert, Hickson-Baugh, Zerlini, and Dagg for the Fairfield Mules. And we'll watch the Mules cheerleaders do their opening routine here. The recipe has worked all season long so far. Starting those 5 and then bringing those 3 super subs off the bench early in the game.
Yep, and somebody once said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. Yep.
I think that's what Coach Mack's going to stay with.
Again, the Mules are unbeaten here in the tournament. Mount Carmel is 3-1. Harrisburg has already finished at 4-1. Mules can win this tournament outright for the 2nd year in a row if they can take care of business tonight against the Aces. Now Carmel comes in at 13-6. Fairfield is 18-3, and it's going to be Dag against Appleby at the center circle. We are ready for action. Got a great crowd here tonight. We're surrounded by a lot of Mount Carmel people. Could make things interesting, couldn't it?
It could.
All right. Tip is controlled by the Mules. Wyatt Gilbert will control it out there. Comes to Zerlini. There's a height mismatch there with Zerlini. Here's a drive by Gilbert. Takes it inside. It rolls off the rim, but he's fouled. They had Aiden Gill at 5'7" out there trying to guard Landon Zerlini, and if that's the way it stays, Zerlini will shoot over him all night long.
Yeah, and I noticed too that he's in no-help defense right now.
As going to the line is Wyatt Gilbert, and he connects for the Mules, and they are on the board at 1-0. Just underway. Second free throws in and out, no good, and Mules almost got the offensive rebound, but it was off Gilbert, out of bounds. It'll go to the Aces. Mules' zone trap has been very successful this year, too.
Coach Mack and full court man wanting to pick up the tempo off the get-go.
Let's see how the Aces handle it. Bringing it up will be Bo Stipp against Wyatt Gilbert. Stipp dishes it in the corner for a 3-ball, and it's off the mark, no good by Kennard, and it's rebounded out of there by the Mules. Hickson ball brings it up. Leaves it out for Wyatt Gilbert. Inside, turnaround shot, no good. By Zerlini, a rebound by the Aces. Again, Zerlini with a huge size advantage there on that play.
Yeah, he needs to get on the block.
They're trying to get it down to Appleby. Here comes the double team. They come back out to it as they swing it back around.
Got a 5-second count there. I knew it was coming.
Yep, good defense there by Wyatt Gilbert on Bo Stipp. And the turnover gives it back to the Mules.
Wyatt does a really good job of keeping his shoulders square in front of his defender.
And the things like that Wyatt Gilbert does don't necessarily show up in the box score, but they're so important, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
For the overall success of the team. Here's McElravy with it. Sizing up the defense. Comes out to Gilbert.
Yeah, they got Zerlini inside now.
Back it comes to Gilbert. Oh, nice dish to Dag for an easy layup. Dag just broke down the lane, and he was wide open.
Help side defense came over and helped a little too much.
3-0 Mules here in the early going of this championship game. 41 years this tournament's been going on, as driving in the lane there was Bo Stipp and lost it out of bounds, but it's last touch by the Mules. And you've been to this tournament a lot over the 41 years, haven't you, Marty?
Been here quite a lot,
yeah.
Yes.
Here is the inbound. As they give the ball up to Luke Laws. Laws out to the little guy, Aiden Gill. Oh, there's almost a steal by Wyatt Gilbert. He out of bounds, right in front of the Mules bench. Here's the alley-oop to Appleby, but it's taken away. Nice play there by Dag as he tips it to Hickson ball. Over to Gilbert. Into the high post now to Dag. Out to Hickson ball. Gilbert now drives baseline. Got a little too far under, but he's pushed, isn't he?
Yep.
Wyatt is so quick on that first step. He can blow by you.
Yeah, he's got a quick first step. Quick hands, quick feet.
And that foul's going to be on Bo Stipp. That's his first, and that's the second team foul on the Aces. And at the line, Cannon the free throw. He's wide, Gilbert. 4-0 Mules. How many of you have popped the game up on your big screen tonight? A lot of you like to do that. We're glad that you do. 5-0 Mules. Here comes the pressure defense again. They got Appleby trying to help out. So they get it across to Stipp. Stipp drives. Little underhanded shot, missed. Appleby with the rebound. Back up, no good. Dag comes out of there with it for the Mules. Outlets it to Gilbert. Down low it comes to Zerlini. Turnaround's good. Landon Zerlini going to work on the block at 7-0 Mules, and Ace is going to call timeout.
That mismatch there, they're going to have to make some changes.
They're going to expose that all night long, aren't they? Timeout on the court. We'll take 1-2, and we'll be right back.
Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jaggers Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jaggers Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon.
Back at Carmi, Randy Olson along with Marty Slover, and you know, it's interesting because normally you've got Landon Zerlini playing out on the wing, but Coach McElravy realizes the size differential, and so he's been putting him down on the block, and it's working so far as he's posting him up.
Yeah, they'll probably try to double down on that here eventually.
So we come back to live action. The Aces have it in the front court as Kennard hands it off out there to Stipp. Stipp tries to drive inside. Does a wraparound pass. Now back out to the top it comes. And they throw it down to Appleby, and it's out of bounds off his hands. Another turnover on the Aces. I've got them for 2 already. 4:49 to play here in the first quarter as Zerlini's going to bring it up. Bringing it up against Aiden Gill. Gilbert's got it. Out to McElravy. Down to Zerlini. Spins on his man. Shot's no good. Tipped up.
Offensive goaltending there, I think.
Yeah. Getting up there trying to tip it in was Luke Dag, but I think he was up above the rim. Or might have touched it in the cylinder, huh?
And he cut on the cylinder, yeah.
So they'll wipe that away, and it'll be Ace's ball. We'll call that a turnover on the Mules there first. And here's Bo Stipp taking it down, putting it up. No good. Rebound by Appleby, back up and in, and the Aces are on the board here at the 4:24 mark. So it takes them almost half a quarter to score. 7-2 Mules. Here's Dag with it from the elbow, short. Appleby with the rebound. Again, Appleby's just a junior, so Southern Illinois team's going to have to contend with him next year, too.
He's a big kid.
He is. Dag almost takes it away, and here's a steal by Zerlini. This could be a royal flush. Oh, he lays it over easy. Over easy like his eggs. 9-2 Mules.
I don't think he can get his feet this high in one of them.
I think half the gym thought that was
going down
hard.
It's the first rotation.
Here it comes as the super subs are in the game for the Mules. As you got Brandon Lane, Colin Massey, and Blake Pruitt in the game. And again, that recipe's been working all year long for the Mules. And like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, huh?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stay with it.
Bo Stipp in the front court for the Aces. Tries to go down to Appleby, and it's thrown way over his head and intercepted by the Mules. Another turnover on the Aces. Here comes Hicksonball all the way down the lane. Missed a shot, got his own rebound, put it back up and in. Hicksonball stayed with it, puts the Mules up 11-2.
Kane had that look in his eye, and he crossed the half line. He was going to the rack.
Yeah. 3 turnovers here in the early going on the Aces. Mules taking care of business. They come across to Aiden Gill again. Gill drives, puts up the shot, missed it. And the rebound out of there by Massey. Quick clear out to Zerlini. Zerlini.
Nice Euro.
Boy, he just leaned into the basket with a long arm and big stride that time and put it down 13-2 off the glass. Landon Zerlini with a nice offensive move to the glass. Timeout on the court. We'll take 1-2 and be right back in just a moment. This basketball broadcast is made possible by Fairfield Printing and Graphics and Sporting Goods in Fairfield, where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and all kinds of gear for your favorite local team, such as Fairfield, Sisney, Wayne City, New Hope, Jasper, and others. Or they can customize exactly what you want. Fairfield Printing and Graphics is also your place to go for printing needs such as envelopes, posters, banners, anything you can think of, they can likely do it at Fairfield Printing, Graphics, and Sporting Goods. Learn more on their website at Fairfield Printing. Welcome back to Carmi Invitational Tournament. Great start here for the Mules, Marty, 13-2.
Yeah, they have, and I'm a little surprised that the tempo has not been a real fast pace right now, and Fairfield has 13 points on the board, but they're making the most of their possessions and scoring and getting some really good looks at the basket.
I had Coach McElravy on the Sports Scout show with me this morning, and one of the questions I asked him is I said, the Mules are not ranked now. Here they are 18-3, and they're not ranked in the top 25. I said, I'm sure the kids pay attention to that. They know that they've fallen out of the rankings. Is that motivation for them right now to prove something because they feel like that maybe they're not being respected enough by
It could. I don't know. I mean, I know these kids and they like to win.
Sure.
I know that, but
Sure.
I'm not real sure about motivation. It could be one of those things that they pay attention to. I think their primary focus is just trying to get themselves in position to win a conference and win the regional and meet their goals that they set for themselves.
Here's the inbound. It comes to Stipp, and he's got the easy layup on that out-of-bounds play.
That wasn't good defense.
No, bad defensive set there for the Mules as they let him get an easy layup. 13-4.
Blake Pruitt just checked into the game, didn't he?
He sure did. Again, another one of those three super subs that we see in the game early is Lane. Another one of them's got it right now over to Pruitt. Skips it over to Gilbert. Back out it comes to Massey. Again to Gilbert. To Lane. Out to Pruitt. He'll fire the three ball, and he got it. Nothing but net for Blake Pruitt. And again, coming off the bench and contributing right away.
You can't let Blake get his feet set. He can hit that shot. There's a turnover.
Great steal by Gilbert. Another turnover on the Aces. That's 4 of them. Inside it goes to Lane. It's blocked out of bounds. Again, the quick hands and quick feet of Wyatt Gilbert paying dividends there for the Mules. He's going to check out of the lineup, get a breather. Here it comes into Hicksonball. Hicksonball in the lane, puts up the shot, missed it. Rebound Appleby for the Aces. He'll clear it out to Stipp. They bring it up for Mount Carmel. Working against Pruitt. Bo Stipp. Now hands it off out there to Kennard. Kennard picks up his dribble. Mules extending that defense out pretty far here, Marty.
Yeah.
They go inside to Appleby. Here comes the double team. He spins away from it and scores. He sensed the double team coming, spun the other way and put it up off the glass. A nice move by the big man. 16-6. Here's Pruitt for another three. He missed it that time. Rebound Bo Stipp for Mount Carmel.
Well, Appleby ran the floor that time.
Throws it ahead, and Appleby is fouled as Hicksonball went for the pump fake. Caleb Appleby will get up and go to the free throw line.
He got open that time because he ran the floor.
Yeah. You got to appreciate it when a big man does run the floor like that, too. No good on the first free throw.
And they find themselves in this position a lot of the time,
Yeah.
getting a good look at the basket, a layup, or, in this case, getting fouled.
Ethan Belt into the game for Mount Carmel. He is a 5'11" junior. So Coach Kyle Buss, who's sitting in for his brother Tyler tonight, going to the bench again as there's a rebound by Appleby. Back up again, he scores. Stayed with it after the missed free throw. They stayed with it and got the bucket. 16-8. Here's Zerlini with it now. Leaves it in the corner to Massey. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Massey's going to stop and pop. No good. Rebound Mount Carmel. Bow step out on the dribble. Kicks it in the corner as the shot is up no good by Ethan Belt, but they get the offensive rebound. Throw it down low to Appleby.
That's a charge.
The blocking foul is going to be called instead. As it appeared that Colin Massey was there, but that's not the way it was called. Tough one.
Coach Mack is really barking.
Appleby will go to the line. 29 seconds left here in the first quarter of this championship game. Free throws missed. I'm not sure what his free throw percentage is on the season, but
he doesn't look very comfortable.
Doesn't look comfortable there at all, does he? Mules have led by as many as 12 here in the first quarter, lead by 8 right now. Got that one to bounce in. Like the old Uwe Blob free throw there.
His feet are really not square when he shoots at it.
Yeah.
He can't have good balance.
19 seconds left. Let's see what the Mules do as they wind it down here at the end of the quarter. Wyatt Gilbert has it as he checked back in there.
Wyatt's going to try to get to the rim.
McElravy down to 8 seconds. Zerlini, 5 seconds. Zerlini will let it fly, and he got it. Nothing but net. Landon Zerlini tickles the twine just before the horn, and a great first quarter for the Mules in this championship game. After one, it's Fairfield 19 and Mount Carmel 9. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment, live from Carmi here on AreaSports.net.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Agent Melissa Walden.
Welcome back to Carmi. After one quarter, the Mules lead at 19-9. Your thoughts on that first quarter of play, Marty Slover?
Well, you know, like I said earlier, I think Fairfield made very good use of their possessions. Then Mount Carmel came down and got some good looks at the basket. Fairfield's really extending their pressure a lot more out than what I thought they would. You know, that really creates a lot more difficult situation to double down on Appleby, but it's working so far.
It is working. As we begin the second quarter, the Aces will have the ball first. And in it comes to Stipp. Stipp working against Gilbert. I love that matchup. Inside it goes to Appleby, and he is fouled from behind as Hixenball went for the steal.
That's 2 on Kane. He's going to come out.
He's over there talking with Coach McElravy right now. And checking in will be Colin Massey. So a little size given up there.
Luke's going to go back to guarding Appleby now.
Yeah, Dag's going to be on him, you're right. Still going to need some help defense there on him. Here they get it in the corner there to Kennard. Kennard around to the top here. Comes to Gill. Gill leaves it for Klein. Inside to Appleby. Works on Dag. Puts it up short. Got his own rebound. Put it back up and in. He is a load in there. 19-11. Here's Zerlini letting it fly. Top of the key. Won't go. Rebound Appleby. And here's the clear out to Bo Stipp. Aces in the front court again. Now to Klein. Klein gives it up to Gill. Gill thinks about a shot. Goes back into Appleby. Here comes some help defense.
That's a charge.
It is. Landon Zerlini was there as the shoulder was lowered that time. I think that's what really
caused the call to go against him was when he lowered his shoulder.
Lowered his shoulder.
Yeah. So the foul is on Appleby, and that will be his first. So it'll be Mules ball. As Gilbert gets it in the corner to McElravy. Can't shoot. Back to Gilbert. Now out to Massey.
They got to get Zerlini on the block and look for him.
They lob
get the
it
ball
down
a little
to
bit
him.
too far outside.
Yeah, lob it down to him. He's got a size advantage right there as he backs his man up, and he's going to be called for the charge. He was backing his man up, but they said he ran over him. So
yeah, he's got to get a little bit lower when they're getting the ball there so that he doesn't have to worry about trying to back his man down.
Fouling Zerlini will be his first. 5 team fouls on the Mules, and that's a 5-second count on the Aces. It's a turnover, their 5th of the game already. Again, good defense by the Mules, causing that turnover.
Yeah, that's probably your answer to having lack of size. We'll just turn the heat up.
Yeah. And we got an official asking for the ball. They're going to confer here on something. All right, now it's Mules ball as it comes in to Dag. Out to McElravy. Back to Dag. Dag around to Appleby. Leaves it in the corner. Here's slicing to the basket and putting up the shot is McElravy for the deuce. Nice move by Noah. Mules back up by 10, 21-11. Bringing it up is Aiden Gill now for the Aces. Bounce passes it inside to Stipp. Almost lost the handle. Comes back out to Gill.
They like that entry pass to Appleby from around the elbow. That's where they like to try to get him the ball from. That's a tough angle, but if you clear out everything.
They lob it up to him that time. It hits the backboard, but it's put back up and in by Klein as he was the right place at the right time. 21-13. Back to an 8-point game. Mules have led by as many as 12. Get out to Massey. He'll fire a three-pointer. No good. Tipped around. Appleby's got it. They outlet it to Stipp. Stipp makes contact with Massey, and the foul is going to be called on Massey. So the foul's starting to mount here for the Mules. That's 16 fouls now here in the first half. That is the second on Colin Massey, and checking back in the game will be Blake Pruitt for the Mules. A little bit of concern there on the fouls. You got 2 on Hickson ball and 2 on Massey.
Hickey's
There's a
pocket.
steal. He sure did. Wyatt Gilbert all the way down and scores. Took it away from him, didn't he? And here's a breakaway by the Aces on the other end as Kennard got behind the Mule defense. 23-15. Mule's going to slow it back down here in the half court again. McElravy to Dag, back to McElravy. He'll shoot one from the elbow, and he got it.
No, likes that little one-handed runner, doesn't he?
He does. That's 2 in a row like that. Very effective. 4:42 to play here in the first half. Mules by 10 here in this championship game. Trying to be back-to-back champions here at Carmi. They were hoping to do that at El Dorado this year. It didn't work out. They lost the championship game there and trying to win it here. Appleby with the stick back after the missed shot in the corner. Definitely been a presence in the game so far.
Yeah, he just kind of walked in there and just made his presence known.
Here's Wyatt Gilbert wide open, missed it. Rebound by the Aces. Gilbert was really open that time. Pass in the corner to Kennard. Back out it comes to Klein. Over to Bo Stipp. He'll launch a three-pointer, and it's good. And just like that, Mount Carmel has cut this lead to 5. 25-20. Mules need a bucket now, don't they?
Yeah, they're pressing a little bit here.
3:39 to play in the half. McElravy out to Gilbert.
Penetrates, puts up a shot against Stipp. No good. Appleby goes and gets the rebound. Hands it off to Stipp. Appleby's almost in double digits on rebounds. I mean, he's grabbed a ton of them already.
A bunch of offensive boards, too.
Yeah. Almost a steal by the Mules.
There's the turnover. Should have been.
Appleby's got it down low. Wraparound pass. Over to Klein. Shot up. No good. This time, McElravy races to the ball and gets it before Appleby can grab it. And there's a reach-in foul.
Look at a timeout.
It'll be timeout instead. All right. Timeout on the court. It's a 5-point game. We'll be back with more in just a moment here live on AreaSports.net.
Valpo Home Furnishings has been serving the area for nearly 30 years with quality furniture, appliances, and bedding. Their goal at Valpo Home Furnishings is to give you a great selection of home furnishings, appliances, and bedding at a great price with outstanding hometown customer service. If you're in the market for new or updated furniture, appliances, or bedding, check out the selection at Valpo's, 103 East Main Street on the south side of the square in McLeansboro, and visit their website at valpohomefurnishings.com.
Back at the Carmi Invitational, Randy Olson here along with Marty Slover. I saw Mount Carmel play earlier this year against Woodlawn at the Pinckneyville tournament, and in that game, Appleby had 36 points and 14 rebounds, but Woodlawn beat them.
Yeah. I mean, if he's going to have a game like that and you can contain everybody else, that's fine, you know. But one of the things right now that they've got to do a better job of keeping him off the boards.
Yeah, he's got a lot of them here in the first half. Mules need a bucket. A little bit of a dry spell right now. Lane comes in, puts up a three-pointer. It's in and out, no good. Appleby with another rebound. Out to Kennard, and now gives it up to Gill. Out to Bo Stipp again. Stipp falls down, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Gilbert. That's a tough call.
That's a real tough call.
Oh,
two on Wyatt.
So, two on Wyatt, two on Hicksonball, two on Massey. 17 fouls now on the Mules here in the first half. And in the bonus are the Mount Carmel Aces. Bo Stipp at the line. In and out, no good. Zerlini goes and gets the rebound. Mules bring it up. Been stuck on 25 for quite a while. Pruitt's going to try to do something about it.
Nope,
off the mark, no good.
And what they needed right there.
Yeah. Good box out that time by Brandon Lane as Appleby went over his back. And that is going to be his third personal foul, and that's going to change the complexion of this basketball game.
Tremendously.
As Caleb Appleby will sit down along with his 6'6" frame. I'm not so sure he's not taller than that, Marty.
He's big.
Yeah. Lane's got it inside the lane. Puts up the shot off glass. Won't go. Rebound Stipp for Mount Carmel. They want to push it. They throw it ahead. Can't get a shot off, so they'll bring it back out and reset it. Gill's got it.
Mules have gone cold.
They have. Kennard now with it. Under 2 minutes to play here in the half. Mules with only 6 points this whole quarter. Mount Carmel has outscored them 11-6 this quarter. Aces running some motion out there. Inside, they work it. Shot on the block is missed in there by Laws, but they get the rebound back. Laws is 6'2". He's posting up in there now for the
Aces. They lost some size in a hurry.
Yeah. And Laws is only a sophomore. Stipp drives.
Pass was deflected.
Yeah. Mules come away with it. Lane ahead to Pruitt. 68 seconds left here in the half. Mules would love to get another bucket here before going to the locker room. McElravy getting instructions. Now it goes to Pruitt. To Zerlini. To Dag. Back to McElravy. Three-pointer on the way. Nothing but net. That's what the doctor ordered. Noah McElravy puts the Mules back up by 8. 35 seconds left here in the half. Here's Stipp driving inside, and he finds an open lane and scores. That was a little too easy.
Yeah, they didn't get over and help.
28-22 with 23 seconds left in the half. McElravy working against Kennard. Now over to Pruitt. 7 seconds left and a foul on the reach in there by Kyle Klein. Comes with 6 seconds left. It's still not a shooting situation for the Mules, but it's only 5 team fouls on Mount Carmel. So to be out of bounds to the Mules right in front of the Aces bench. Here it comes to McElravy. 4 seconds left, and that's a foul on Kennard, I believe.
I believe it is.
3.3 on the clock. Mules will take it out of bounds on the baseline now. Chance to run a set play. And it comes to Zerlini. Works on his man on the turnaround. Won't go as the horn sounds to end the first half of play. Our score is Fairfield 28, Mount Carmel 22 in this championship game. And we'll come back with more live from Carmi in just a moment.
Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics are pleased to welcome new providers to our Carmi Family Clinic on Oak Street. Jamie Jacobs is a family nurse practitioner that not only calls White County home, but has 5 years of critical care experience. Also new to our team, internist Dr. Brett Schwarm has decades of expertise in providing adult and pediatric care. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Carmi Family Clinic has you covered. Plus, don't forget, weekend walk-in clinics on Saturdays for those unexpected illnesses. It really is all about your health at Hamilton Memorial Hospital Carmi Family Clinic.
Houghton's Pizza House in McLeansboro has been serving up delicious pizza and sandwiches since 1978. That's over 40 years. It's great food at a great price. You can choose from their specialty pizza such as veggie pizza, taco pizza, supreme pizza, or create your own pizza masterpiece and choose from the toppings that you like. Dick and Lucille and their staff are ready to serve you Tuesday through Sunday from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. at Alton's Pizza House. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Alton's Pizza House, a Southern Illinois tradition since 1978. Renshaw Title and Abstract has been purchased by Olson and Reeves, attorneys at law, and has reopened under its new name, Mount Vernon Title Company. Through the resources of Olson and Reeves, Mount Vernon Title Company offers title insurance and title examinations for residential and commercial properties, as well as deed preparation, closings, signings, and escrow services. If you're involved in a real estate transaction, depend on Mount Vernon Title Company at 1015 Broadway, downtown Mount Vernon. You can call them at 316-7322. That's 316-7322. Welcome back to the Carmi Invitational Tournament at Carmi High School. I'm Randy Olson, joined by Marty Slover. You see the halftime score here. Fairfield leads it over Mount Carmel 28-22 in this championship game. And, boy, the Mules got a little cold there late in the second quarter, didn't they, Marty?
Yeah, I felt like they rushed some of their shots just a little bit and, just weren't really patient on offense. They need to be a little more patient, maybe try to get some better looks. And they're going to continue that matchup with Derlini and who was on him?
Well, they had Aiden Gill on him for a while,
yeah.
Then they had Kennard on him for a while.
Yeah, that's not a good matchup.
No.
They got to get him down a little bit closer to the block and try to do some things there. Fairfield did a lot of their went cold. Mm-hmm. Hit some balls off the floor.
Right.
And a lot of things run through Kane.
Sure.
He makes things happen and he gives people open looks. So that was a probably a big part of that game right there.
Yeah, Mules led it after one quarter, 19-9, but Mount Carmel actually outscored Fairfield in that second quarter by 13-9, and so it's now a 6-point game here, 28-22. Tell us how we got here statistically, Marty.
Yeah, for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces, they were led in scoring in the first half here by Caleb Appleby. He had 11 points. Bo Stipp with 7. Kyle Klein with 2. And Gage Kennard also with 2. The Golden Aces were 1 for 4 from the line with 7 turnovers, 5 of those coming in the first quarter. For the Mules, they were led in scoring by Landon Zerlini with 9. Noah McElready with 7, all of his points coming in oddly enough, Landon's points coming in the first quarter, didn't score in the second quarter, and then Landon scored all 7 of his, Noah scored all 7 of his in the second quarter. Wyatt Gilbert has 5. Kane Hicksonball 2. Of course, Kane not playing most of all of the second quarter, not much of it, about half of the first quarter actually. And then Luke Dagg with 2, and then Blake Pruitt off the bench with a 3 ball. The Mules were 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and 1 turnover.
Yeah. Well, and again, big thing that happened there in the first half was, the foul situation. The Mules had 3 players with 2 personal fouls each, but Caleb Appleby went to the bench with 3 personal fouls for Mount Carmel there late in the second quarter.
And it really surprised me that he left him in the game, with him having 2 fouls like that, because now he's got 3 fouls and he comes back in and starts the second half, and I'm assuming that he will. He's going to have to really, really, really play good defensively. And if I was Fairfield, I would probably take it right at him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, why not? Just make him commit, see what he does with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Well, next Saturday, the Mules are going to have a real test. They're going to go to the Pinckneyville Shootout, and they're going to take on the Pinckneyville Panthers, the number 1 ranked team in Class 3A, and that is going to be a 8 o'clock game.
8 o'clock start. Mm-hmm.
We are going to be there. AreaSports.net will bring you that game live, and I think we're also going to do the Centralia-Freeburg game, too, which will be 2 games before that at 5:30. There's a full day of basketball action there. There's 8 games. There's going to be some good ones there. But that'll be a real test for the Mules next week against Pinckneyville.
Well, that will be a test because Pinckneyville, I haven't seen them play, but I've heard people talk about them, and I guess they're a load.
Well, they've got 5 guys who can all handle the ball extremely well. They've got size. But, boy, the thing they do is they defend you. Mm-hmm. I mean, they are up in your face. Mm-hmm. They will defend you. And so it'll be a great challenge for the Mules. We'll see how they respond to that.
That will be a good test.
And then if that's not enough, they'll bounce back the next Saturday and go to Benton and take on the Nashville Hornets. And then Nashville beat Pinckneyville.
Nashville beat Pinckneyville by what, 11?
19?
19, yeah.
19, yeah. So,
wow. Well, Coach Mack told me this summer when I talked to him a little bit, he told me, he said one of the things that he wanted to do was beef up their schedule.
Sure.
And I think he did.
Oh, he's definitely done that. And beginning next year, the Mules are going to start playing Benton every year. Benton is going to be on the regular season schedule beginning next year, and I think that's a big plus. I think that's a great addition.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah. So a good move there.
I think the talent that coach has got coming up, I think that he's got some really athletic kids, and they need to do that. They need to step up and play some really good teams.
Well, there's a lot of St. Louis Cardinal baseball fans watching us and listening to us now, and you went to the winter warm-up as you do every year in St. Louis. You went there last weekend, and you ran into Benji Molina, who's Yadier Molina's brother. You recognized him when a lot of other people didn't, and you had a chance to talk baseball with Benji Molina for about 20 minutes, and you had a chance to pick his brain about everything from are we going to get Arenado to what are we going to do in the outfield and all that. So go ahead and share with us some of the things that you talked to him about.
I kind of stumbled into it by just sheer luck. Nobody really knew who he was, and I went over and I talked to him a little bit and introduced myself, and I asked him if he had time to talk a little baseball, and he said yes. We talked baseball for a while, and I did ask him about the Arenado trade, and he just looked at me and shook his head and said, not happening.
Not happening.
Not happening. For the 4 players they were wanting, it's not happening. And so he didn't rule out that they weren't still looking, because he said, I think they're still looking, but, he was pretty clear that they're going to go with he thought they would go with what they have. And my understanding is from the people that I talked to there, and I got the chance to listen to Mosaic talk a little bit too, is that they're going to go with probably what they have in-house in left field right now. Mm-hmm. And, their feeling is, and Benji even made this comment, he said, we're thinking that Carpenter's going to have a better year, and DeYoung is going to have a more rested year and a better year, and that will make up the difference in losing the production in left field, because whoever we put in left field, they're going to hit something. You know, so you're going to have these other guys, and it's going to be an attrition thing more than anything. And he was pretty confident in that. He actually made the comment. He said, "I think they'll score more runs than they scored last year."
Well, that would be wonderful if that happens. And again, they didn't sign Ozuna. He signed with the Atlanta Braves for just $200,000 more than he was offered originally by the Cardinals. And tell us the theory behind that as to why the Cardinals decided to finally pass on him and not.
Well, next year, the collective agreement that Major League Baseball has is that the draft picks are not tied to free agents that are signed that are offered an offer from their team they're leaving.
Yeah.
So they felt like the $200,000 would be better spent picking up that draft pick, and St. Louis is going to have 5 picks in the first 100.
Yeah.
So that's, and we all know how they value their picks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that was a big plus, I think, in that.
So we're hoping that Lane Thomas and Nolan Gorman and
Dylan Carlson,
and then Dylan Carlson, we hope that they are able to break through and come up quickly and really contribute. And they're all three going to get a chance at spring training. We're going to see what they can do at spring training.
Another name, too, to remember, too, think about is Alex Reyes is going to be back and healthy, and he's kind of a wild card. And this name here, Justin Williams, a kid we got in a trade that can flat-out hit, but I'm not sure if he's in their plans right now or not.
What trade was he involved in, you remember?
I think it was with the Tampa Bay trade, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate your insight there, and glad you got to run into Benji Molina.
I had a good time talking to him.
Yeah, I bet you did. We're ready for some more basketball action here as the Mules will have the ball first to start this third quarter. Championship game, Mules trying to repeat as champions here at the Carmi Invitational Tournament. As they turn down the Phil Collins music in the air tonight that was playing here in the gym. Felt like I was in the middle of a Miami Vice episode or something, you know. Here's the turnaround by Zerlini. It's short.
For Don Johnson to walk in here.
That's right. Crockett and Tubbs. All right. Well, here's a crossover dribble. A nice play by Bo Stipp as he had the defender going the other way and took it to the glass. 28-24. Mules back in the front court again. Hickson ball. Slapped around, loose, stolen, and then stolen back by the Mules. And then a traveling violation, so going to go down as a turnover for Fairfield. And the ball will go back to the Aces. We said that Fairfield really only had one turnover that first half, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, they did a good job taking care of the basketball.
But had one there. As the pass comes into Appleby, and he gives it up to Gill. Gill working against Wyatt Gilbert. They come back out to Stipp. Leaves it in the corner for a wide open look. The shot is no good, however, by Kennard. And then on the rebound, we got a whistle and a foul. Going to go against Gill, I believe. And that's going to be his first. First team foul here on the Aces in the second half as the inbound comes to Hickson ball, who will work against Klein. Hickson ball takes him down the lane, and they're going to call him for a traveling violation. Kind of got the ball kind of caught on his hip there a little bit or something.
Awkward.
So 2 quick turnovers here by the Mules as the Aces have cut it to 4. Now they've got the basketball. They get it into Appleby. Ahead it comes to Kennard. Now to the little guy, Gill. Gill only 5'7". He's guarded by Zerlini. They come right wing now to Kennard. They want to get it inside to Appleby, you know that. Here he comes across the lane. Can they get it to him? Gill's got it. Penetrates inside. Dishes it to Appleby, and he scores. You can tell they've done that before.
Just a few times.
Cuts the lead to 2, 28-26. Mules need a bucket. Zerlini to McElravy. He'll stop and pop a 15-footer, and it goes. He rattled it home. Mules back up by 4. 5:56 to play here, third quarter of this championship game. Mules led by as many as 12 in that first half.
I'm not sure, but I don't think Noah McElravy's missed a shot tonight.
He might not have. If that's the case, needs to shoot a little more then.
A little more.
Luke Dagg almost stole that one as he knocked it away on the pass attempted to Appleby. Great crowd here from both Fairfield and Mount Carmel, and then just a lot of general basketball spectators taking this one in tonight, anticipating a good game, and we got a good one going.
I may have to get a cab to get back to my truck tonight.
How far out did you have to park?
A ways.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Appleby's going to take it inside and kisses it off the glass. Cuts it back to 2, 30-28. The Mules get it down inside to Dagg, and he scores against Appleby. Appleby hit the deck, nothing called. Mules go back up by 4. Fairfield pressing. Aiden Gill will bring it up. Comes over to Stipp. Stipp against Gilbert. Leaves it out for Klein. Down to Appleby, back out to Klein. Now right wing it goes to now down low to Appleby, and he scores again.
Oh, Appleby just went down.
He did. He comes up a little gimpy. Cuts it to 2. Dagg on the other end has it blocked. Here's a breakaway for the Aces as the shot's put up and in by Kennard, and that ties the game. And timeout is called by Fairfield as the Aces fans in front of us come to their feet. Timeout on the court. We're all tied at 32-32. Back with more in just a moment on AreaSports.net.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
Back at Carmi, Marty, what do you see in there? Mules got to just settle down and.
Yeah, they just look out of sync, and they look like they're not playing, in sync with their offense, and everybody's trying to do just a little bit too much.
Good way to describe it. Got to settle back down and play their game.
Yes.
Wyatt Gilbert will bring it up coming out of the timeout. Mount Carmel has never led, I don't believe. Zerlini for a three-pointer. Won't go. Hits the ball, had it, lost it out of bounds. Aces will control it now. As coming up with it is Bo Stipp. Gets it up to Appleby. Back to Stipp. Mules in a zone right now. They'll look for a trap. Aces being very patient. They go right side to Klein. Back out to Gill. Inside Appleby. Back out to Stipp. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound by Klein. And taken away by Dagg. Mules have it. Thrown ahead to Zerlini. He'll drive baseline. Goes up for the shot. Missed it. Rebound. Dagg back up. No good. Battle for the board. And this time the little guy comes away with it. Aiden Gill. Up it comes to Stipp. And we got a reach-in foul there. That's going to be on Dagg. That'll be his first. Team fouls are equal at 1 apiece now here in the second half. All tied at 32. Mules looking for a trap. It comes out to Stipp. Now to Gill. Back to Stipp. Over in the corner, now to Appleby. Almost lost it to Klein. Back to Stipp again. Over to Gill. Stipp playing catch out there with Gill. Now in the corner, now underneath. Wide open is Stipp as he scores on the reverse layup. And the Aces have their first lead of the game. It's 34-32. Here's Hicksonball for the Mules. He's fouled. And Kane will go to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be the second foul on Aiden Gill. Well, the Aces certainly showed some patience attacking that zone that time, and they got what they wanted, a wide open look underneath, Marty.
Yeah, they're really slowing it down and looking for the good shot.
As Hicksonball connects on the first one. And the second one also good, ties the game at 34. Well, we thought this could be a tight championship game, and it's turned into that.
Yes, it has.
Mules will drop back in a man-to-man this trip. As Gill has it out front against Zerlini. Comes over to Klein.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Klein, yes. They give the ball back to the Mules. On Klein, that's his second. And that's 3 team fouls now on the Aces this half.
That's why it's quick feet and getting square.
Boy, again, those kind of things that don't show up in the scorebook. Gilbert's got it out front now for the Mules. They go inside. Hicksonball working on Appleby. Won't go. Rebound by the Aces. Coming out of there with it is Stipp. Stipp thinks about a shot. Now comes over to Klein. Klein gives it to Appleby. Dishes it in the corner now to Gill. Three-pointer, no good. Hicksonball runs down the rebound. He'll come out on the dribble himself. Out to Gilbert. Landon Zerlini for three. No, won't go. Ball is loose. Chased down in the backcourt by Gilbert. He'll penetrate. Takes it all the way in. No good. Rebound. Hits the ball.
On Appleby's got 4 now.
That'll go against the big guy. Yep. And that will change the complexion of the game again. Hicksonball will go to the line for 2. That is 4 fouls on Caleb Appleby.
I tell you what, I take him out now and I put him back in the fourth quarter. About the very beginning of the fourth quarter.
Looks like they are going to put somebody in. I thought about it for a while. Looks like Luke Laws is at the scorer's table. He's going to check in. As the free throw is good by Hicksonball to regain the lead. We got 1:15 left here in the third quarter, so he can sit for a little bit, like you said, Marty, and then you bring him back in the fourth quarter and you roll the dice.
Yeah, you know, that's all you have to do.
Hicksonball with the second one, good. Mules up by 2, 36-34. Showing pressure defense. Aces get it in. Klein to Gill. Gill brings it up against Pruitt, who's checked back in the game for the Mules. You also got Lane and Massey back in for Fairfield. 63 seconds left. Fresh defensive legs out there for this final minute of the quarter. Laws has it for the Aces. And it's taken away by Hicksonball. Another foul is going to be called on Mount Carmel. Much to the chagrin of the Aces fans in front of us. That is his first, and that's 5 team fouls. It'll be out of bounds to the Mules, as Massey will trigger it in. McElravy playing catch with Massey. Now out to Lane. Thinks about a shot. Skips it over to Lane. Looking inside to Hicksonball. Knocked away from behind by Laws. Mules get it back. Out to Massey again as he'll retreat with 24 seconds left. Boy, I need a bucket here. This would be big, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd almost be looking right here to get the ball to Kane inside and let him move. Let him work.
And he might draw another foul on a Laws.
Yeah.
9 seconds left. Let's see what happens. McElravy's got it.
There he is.
Oh, he was open. They missed him. And stepping out of bounds was Pruitt. Pruitt kind of lost his balance as he caught the pass and fell out of bounds. And it's going to be Mount Carmel ball with 3.4 seconds left, and Appleby's going to come in the game.
They're going to run a lob pass.
I think so. It's going to be a long shot from the volleyball line, and it does not go. That's the end of 3/4 of play. Our score, Fairfield 35, Mount Carmel 34. We got a good one here in this championship game. Don't go away. We'll be back with more in just a moment. It's the heating season, and Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods has you covered with fast, reliable propane delivery service for your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled for your grill or camper, Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods can do it. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through their website at wainwrightpropane.com. And don't forget, they also sell propane grills, smokers, and deep fryers at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. Welcome back to Carmi High School, the championship game of the Carmi Invitational Tournament. I'm Randy Olson along with Marty Slover, and for the second straight quarter, Marty, the Mount Carmel Aces have outscored the Fairfield Mules.
Yeah, 12-7 that quarter, and Mount Carmel made some adjustments at the half, and they came out and took it to them.
All right, we got 8 minutes on the clock. Can the Mules repeat as champions of the tournament, or will the Aces take it away from them?
Fairfield still looks a little bit out of sync. They haven't quite got themselves in any kind of a sync on their offense, and it doesn't look fluid.
Mules were up 16-4 at one point in this game, leading it by 12, but that is all but evaporated now as the Mules are up only by 1. All right, Aces have the ball first to start this fourth quarter. As here's a drive by Stipp, and he gets it off the glass. Bo Stipp puts Mount Carmel back in front as Gilbert brings it up for Fairfield. He drives to the glass, and he's going to be fouled by Laws, I think. That's going to send Wyatt Gilbert to the line. Foul is on Laws. That'll be his second. He's their other big man at 6'2". As Gilbert's free throw is good. Ties this ball game up again at 36. Again, if Mount Carmel wins this game, we'll actually have a three-way tie for the championship because Harrisburg has finished 4-1 down here. And Fairfield and Mount Carmel would end up 4-1 as Gilbert got them both. Mules want to go 5-0 and win this thing. Win it outright.
Well, they don't want to share anything, do they?
No. Want to win it outright like they did last year. That's knocked out of bounds by Zerlini. Aces will control it. As we said at the top of the broadcast, prior to winning it last year outright, the last time that Fairfield had won this tournament outright was way back in 1992. And you said you remember being at that game here, and that's when they beat Carmi.
Yes, I remember exactly where I was sitting at.
Kylie Gwaltney and company for the Mules.
Kylie, Eric Murphy, Scott Warren was on that team, yeah.
This tournament's been going on for 41 years as Massey jumps in the passing lane and takes it away. A turnover on the Aces.
Two of those kids on that team ended up being my assistant coaches for a few years.
All right.
Yeah, Eric Murphy and Scott Warren.
That's cool. That's great. Here's Gilbert with it, penetrates inside. He's bumped, and he's going to be called for the push on Bo Stipp. Stipp put the body into him.
Mules are in the one and one.
They are. They are. That is 17 fouls. As going to the line will be Wyatt Gilbert. That is the second foul on Bo Stipp as the free throw is good. Again, Caleb Appleby, the 6'6" tower of power for Mount Carmel, is not on the floor right now. He's got 4 personal fouls, but we expect to see him here soon. As Gilbert gets them both. 3-point lead for the Mules. Now they need some stops, Marty.
Yeah, need a few stops right here. I'd say if this gets up to be about a 5 or a 6 point difference in the game, with Fairfield having to jump ahead, you'll see Appleby back in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, probably around the 4-minute mark.
They try a pick and roll instead. Knocking down the three-pointer is Bo Stipp, and he ties this game at 39. 6:34 to play in the ball game. Or maybe I should say regulation. Hicksonball's got it over to Dagg. Out to Zerlini for three. No good. Look at Dagg fly in there for the rebound. Luke Dagg.
He can crash the boards.
He crashed them hard that time. 41-39. Mules back up by 2. .605 left. Aces have it out front with Gill. Gill guarded by Gilbert. Now Stipp. Stipp drives again. Missed the shot. Boy, he's quick, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quick.
Here's a lead pass to Zerlini. He's double teamed, and they say walk to the basketball. Aces came with the trap, and Landon turned it over. 5:43 left. Mules clinging to a 2-point lead here. And Appleby is back in the game as they tried to get the pass into him there. So they didn't wait too long, did they, Marty?
No, they didn't. About 4 minutes, I thought they'd bring him in. They're not going to wait around.
Nope. They're rolling the dice. It's now or never. As they get it up to Stipp. Stipp takes it down, missed the shot. Rebound by the Mules. Gilbert the other way. Gilbert takes it all the way inside, missed the shot, and there's Appleby with the rebound. He's going to clear the boards. Out ahead, shot is up, left short underneath by Klein, but a foul is going to be called, I think, on Hicksonball.
Yes.
Good transition basketball that time by the Aces. And going to the line will be Kyle Klein, 6'2" senior. That is foul number 3 on Hicksonball. And that's 2 team fouls on the Mules this half. McElravy checks back in for Fairfield here at the 5:24 mark. So the Mules have Dagg, Hicksonball, Zerlini, as well as Gilbert and McElravy out there, the original starters. Free throw good. 41-40. Here's Gilbert. Takes it inside, left it short. Rebound Mount Carmel. Bo Stipp on his horse. Gets it over in the corner. Here's a three-pointer on the way. It's in and out, no good by Gill.
That was quite a rebound for Kane right there. He had to get the ball behind his head.
Yes. Here's Hicksonball for 3, and he rattles it home. Kane, Hicksonball puts the Mules up by 4. 44-40. Timeout on the court. We'll take timeout as well. Don't go away. We got 4:53 left in this exciting championship game on AreaSports.net.
The difference between profit and loss is razor thin in today's market. Luckily, your GSI dealer is there to help you stay in the black. Capturing futures carry and improving your basis with increased on-farm storage on average could earn a 50-cent per bushel difference. Taking advantage of early harvest and saving with on-farm drying makes a profitability difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line, that's the GSI difference.
Back at Carmi, Mules up by 4 after the three-pointer there by Kane Hicksonball. We got a listener that's written into us here, Marty, that says, hey, it was 1992 also the year that the Mules went to state.
I think it was. I think that was the year. I'm thinking about that, either 92 or 93. I'm not sure if Waltney was a junior that year. I'm having a hard time remembering that. But I'm thinking that was the same year because we got beat by Southeastern that year at Champaign.
Did you say it was Augusta Southeastern?
I think it was Augusta Southeastern, at Champaign.
Okay. Yeah, back when the tournament used to be in Champaign.
Yeah.
I wish I'd go back there.
Me too.
Man. I don't know. It's just not the same feel, the same vibe at Peoria.
No, you can't drive up there either.
No, you can't. Heck no. All right, back to live action. Mount Carmel has it, down by 4 here. Again, Caleb Appleby playing with 4 personal fouls as the Mules go to a zone trap.
Gill's got it. Gives it up out there to Kennard. Back to Bo Stipp.
Back in man.
Yep, they switch out of that zone into the man that goes into Appleby. He spins, goes up for an easy shot, scores. 44-42. The big man is showing his dominance in there. He is a load. He's had several 30-plus games this year. Here's McElravy for three.
On the back. Ooh,
Zerlini with a rebound.
One there.
Back up, no good. Appleby with the rebound. He'll clear it out. And it's a 2-on-1 break for Mount Carmel.
Charge.
Can they capitalize? No.
Oh, they didn't call that either. They're letting them play.
Aiden Gill missed a shot, and the Mules went and got the rebound. Luke Dagg corrals it. Gilbert picks it up, gives it to Dagg. 3:46 left in the game. Time slipping away as the Mules turn it over. Aces now with a chance to tie or take the lead. You know, those turnovers are the kind we saw in Olney that night that they lost on the road. Here's the three-pointer. It's off the mark, no good by Kennard. And on the rebound, it'll be a foul against the Mules. Going to be out of bounds to the Aces on the baseline as Aiden Gill will trigger it in as that foul on Noah McElravy is his first. Here comes into Appleby. Down low to Gill, knocked away and stolen. Hicksonball's got it for the Mules. Brings it up the court. Falls down, and a turnover going to give it back to the Aces. Mules playing a little helter-skelter right now, Marty.
Yeah, like I said, they just don't look like they're in sync.
It's looking a little bit too much like that Olney game a couple weeks ago. Got to right the ship here. Need some defensive stops. Kyle Klein has it.
Might have been a moving screen over there they got by with.
Out it comes to Kennard. Now to Bo Stipp. Stipp goes low to Appleby. Goes up for the shot. Missed it. Stayed with it. No good. And foul's going to be called. Appleby tried to tip it back in. Going to be called on Luke Dagg, his second. That'll send Appleby to the line. And as you said, Marty, he didn't really look too comfortable there in the first half.
No, he didn't. And he's got his feet, he doesn't have any balance there. He's shooting, everything's coming, too far forward instead of up and out.
Let's see what he does this time.
Knocked that one down, though.
Got that one down, he did. Cuts it to 1. We've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this championship game. Second one is also good. We're tied.
Making them when it counts.
Mules need a bucket now. This is a big possession. Got to make something happen. McElravy around a screen set by Dagg. Picks up his dribble. Now to Hicksonball. Out again to Wyatt Gilbert. Goes inside among the trees. Missed the shot.
Now somebody's on.
And, boy, that could have been a foul on Appleby, but instead it's a block, and he comes out with a basketball. Aces have it ahead. Stipp has it. Into Appleby. Goes up the shot. Missed it. Bodies fall on the floor. Nothing called. Dagg comes away with the ball.
Helter-skelter now.
Dagg comes away with the ball for Fairfield. And it comes down to Wyatt Gilbert. And then a foul is going to be called on Mount Carmel as some of the Aces fans are standing in front of us here.
Yep.
2:07 left.
Is that foul on Gill?
It is a foul on Gill, his third. And that will send Wyatt Gilbert to the line with 2:07 left in the ball game. Yeah, there was contact at both ends that time with bodies on the floor at both ends.
That was about 30 seconds of just chaos.
I mean, there could have been a foul called at either end easily. And Gilbert's free throw is in and out, no good. Hicksonball got a hand on it, but Mount Carmel comes away with it. They've got a chance to take the lead. Just under 2 minutes to play in the game. Bo Stipp, their talented point guard, has the ball. He's going to drive inside, missed the shot. Battle for the rebound. Appleby.
There's a foul.
Scrapping there.
He's getting for a foul, I believe.
And they're going to call a jump ball. Him and McElravy were scrapping for it. I don't know how you call that a jump ball whenever they didn't have both hands on the ball.
No, I don't understand that call at all.
Massey's going to check back in for McElravy. They give it to Mount Carmel on the possession arrow. That was an odd call. And knocking it out of bounds is Zerlini. We got a minute 45 left. I mean, that ball was loose the whole time.
Yeah, nobody had possession.
And a lot of contact ensued there. Aces lob it in to Stipp.
Oh, boy.
Gilbert comes out on him. He picks up his dribble. Now over to Gill. Gill guarded by Zerlini. Mules have got to play good stand-up defense this time.
Yeah.
Got to stay in front of him. Here's a shot put up. It's no good. The foul's going to be called as Bo Stipp is going to go to the line for Mount Carmel. Foul's on Hicksonball, his fourth. And Bo Stipp will shoot a pair with a minute 28 left. Timeout, Fairfield. Timeout on the court. We'll take timeout as well. Be back with more in just a moment.
Vaughn Equipment is a family-owned and operated business in Fairfield that's committed to providing quality equipment to the farm, construction, tractor-trailer, marine, and oil field industries. They feature a great selection of new and pre-owned trucks, trailers, farm equipment, construction equipment, and rental equipment. Their inventory changes weekly, and you can see it all in person or on their website. Whatever you're looking for to do the job right, Vaughn Equipment can help you. They're located at 1102 South 1st Street in Fairfield, or call 842-3500.
A minute 28 left. We're all tied at 44. Marty Slover, put on your coaching hat right now. What do the Mules got to do to pull this one out?
Well, we're disorientated on defense down here. We're going out too far and not communicating, I don't think, on the perimeter. And that's really leaving them open where they can get the ball too easily inside. We all know where the ball is going to go.
Right.
So we've got to make sure we cut down penetration so that they cannot get that easy basket.
That easy pass to
and we're letting them get in the lane too easy, and the help's coming, and it's creating scoring opportunities on the perimeter too.
Yeah.
Stay in front of your man right now.
And when that shot goes up, you got to crash the board.
Got to keep him off the glass.
Right. Well, some big free throws coming up here for Bo Stipp. Minute 28 left. A lot of time. And he clanked that one off the back iron. We'll reset it for you here. The Mules led after one quarter, 19-9. They led at halftime, 28-22. They led after three quarters, 35-34. But Mount Carmel has outscored the Mules each of the last two quarters as he connects on the second one. Aces lead it by one, 45-44. Mules need a bucket.
They just got to be patient here and get a good shot.
Yep, need a high percentage shot here. What's it going to be?
There it is.
There's a runner. A little short that time. McElravy gets his rebound, dishes it inside. Zerlini misses it point blank. Tip back up, no good, and this time Appleby wrestles it away. Boy, a couple good opportunities there by the Mules.
They had some really good looks at the basket there.
Just wouldn't go, and Appleby was a big difference there as we got 61 seconds left in regulation. Mount Carmel's going to have the ball, leading it by one. And we'll come back with more in just a moment here live on AreaSports.net.
Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jaggers Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jaggers Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon.
Back live at Carmi Invitational Tournament. Marty, your thoughts here in this? We go into this final minute.
Well, the Mules got a couple of really, really good looks at the basket there. You know, the shot that Noah took, that's a good shot for him, that little one-handed runner through there. Then we got an offensive rebound, didn't score. You know, so right now what we're going to have to do is just, the Mules are going to have to play really, really good defense right now. See if they can create a turnover. If they can't create a turnover, they're going to have to foul.
Well, and the Mules have fouls to give. They have only 5 team fouls. And the Aces are going to try to let the air out of the ball here a little bit, I would say.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless they can get the ball into Appleby. And this is just about exactly the same position the Mules were in up in Olney a couple weeks ago. Had fouls to give in that game in the closing minute. Let's see what the Mules do. Need a turnover, need a steal, need a stop.
There's a trap.
Here comes the trap. Can they do it? Oh, boy, that was close.
That's his last one, I believe.
Got the timeout. Timeout with 46 seconds left. Back with more in just a moment.
This basketball broadcast is made possible by Fairfield Printing and Graphics and Sporting Goods in Fairfield, where you can find T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and all kinds of gear for your favorite local team, such as Fairfield, Sisney, Wayne City, New Hope, Jasper, and others. Or they can customize exactly what you want. Fairfield Printing and Graphics is also your place to go for printing needs such as envelopes, posters, banners, anything you can think of, they can likely do it at Fairfield Printing, Graphics, and Sporting Goods. Learn more on their website at Fairfield Printing.
All right, back at Carmi. Again, the Mules have 5 team fouls, so they got a couple of fouls to give before you can even put Mount Carmel at the line here. As the Mules are chasing the Aces here down by 1. You also got to be careful about overplaying a situation and leaving somebody wide open.
Well, and that's the thing. They're trying to force the ball to this baseline right now. What they're trying to do, they're getting in front and they're really trying to force it baseline side. And that creates that exact thing you were talking about.
Here comes the
run
inbound.
A jump.
Yep. They're looking inside towards Appleby as Stippa's got it. He runs out of real estate. They call a foul. They step out of bounds. They called a foul, I guess.
Foul on White, I think.
Boy, I tell you what, he was just about out of real estate there.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to step on the end line. That is the 6th team foul. We're down to 39 seconds left. Aces ball on the baseline. Can the Mules pick this ball off?
Oh, that's too easy.
Oh, no,
Way
too easy. Appleby on the inbound. Mules overplayed it. Down by 3, 31 seconds left. Down it goes to Dag and stuck inside, and the shot is up and in by Gilbert. Gilbert put in the hole. That cuts it to 1, 47-46, stops the clock with 25 seconds left. And timeout is called by the Mules. We're going to keep it right here this time with 25 seconds left. All right, let's go inside the Fairfield huddle right now. What's Coach McElravy telling them? We're kind of back in that same situation again. We're down by 1 with 25 seconds left, except this time Mount Carmel's got to go length of the floor.
Length of the floor, I would say probably you're going to see a lot of pressure. They're going to bring Appleby up probably on the press breaker that they've been doing the whole day, or the whole night, trying to get the ball into him, and then all you can do then is try to recoup out of that, rotate back, and try to play good defense. Try to force the trap. If you don't get the trap, you're going to have to foul.
Well, the Mules have gotten 1 5 count on Mount Carmel in this game and came real close to getting the second one whenever the Aces had to call a timeout. So, again, the Mules just need to play great defense here on this inbound, but I think you're right. I imagine the Aces will probably bring Appleby up and lob it into him if they can't get it in any other way.
We've got probably our... Yeah, we're looking to foul right here, I think. This is a pretty good defense. This 5 he's got out there. Pretty quick group.
Appleby's going to take the ball out of bounds instead. That's interesting. Can't let him get behind you defensively either. He can throw that baseball pass.
There's a switch.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, that was getting close to a 5 count.
The clock turned on. I guess he kicked it, though, didn't he?
Yeah, 24.7 left.
Okay, Appleby's going to take it this time.
Yeah. Yeah, the trigger man this time will be Kennard. Look for Appleby to roll down, and they'll lob it to him.
There he comes.
Yeah.
They do. There's a steal by Gilbert. Mules have it. They don't need a three. All you need is a deuce here.
Kane wants the ball. Got a mismatch. He's got to see that.
He's got it right now. Here comes a double team. He goes up for the shot. Missed it. Ball is loose. And it goes out of bounds as Massey was just clobbered.
Got undercut.
And nothing was called.
I think you call a timeout. You get something set up here, Coach.
Boy, Hickson ball.
Yep.
Had a good look there. It rolled off. Man, that was crazy. You talk about letting them play.
Yeah, they're letting them play the whole second half.
My goodness sakes.
Massey never saw Kane open there for that couple of seconds that he was on the block. He had a mismatch. He just didn't see it quick enough.
Yeah, and by the time they got the ball to him, there was a double team.
Yeah.
He was able to split the double team. We had a collision. And then Massey really got whacked by Appleby. And he hit the floor hard, real hard. Well, we may have some people stand up in front of us here, so we're going to try to jack the camera up here a little bit higher for you. It's happened at Olney, too, didn't it?
Yeah.
People stand in front of us at Olney in the closing seconds. All right, Mules ball, 8 seconds left. Down by 1. Wyatt Gilbert, the trigger man, into Zerlini.
Wide open.
He's open, takes it inside, and Appleby's going to foul him. Unless they call it on the big guy or the little guy underneath. As Gill was behind him.
And not on the shot.
5 seconds left. Who'd they give it to? They gave it to Aiden Gill, the little guy, grabbing him from behind. Fairfield fans thought it was on Appleby. Landon Zerlini at the line, generally a good free throw shooter.
I think that's a 1-and-1. I think he called it on the floor. Yeah, he did.
Yes, it is a 1-and-1. 5.6 seconds left. Landon Zerlini at the line for the Mules. Swishes the first one, and we're tied. You want drama? We got drama.
I tell my girls it's drama.
Chance to put the Mules in front. Got it. No pressure. Landon drains them. Here come the Aces. They get it up.
Wide open look.
And got it down inside to Appleby, and he misses the shot as the horn sounds, and the Mules survive. They win it 48-47. What a dramatic finish here for the Fairfield Mules.
They got a wide open look at a three.
They had a shot at it, and it ball would not go. Appleby was there trying to get a hand on it by the rim, and it would not go down. As the ball rolls off, and the Mules hold on and win this one in spectacular fashion, 48-47. Whew, I'm out of breath. How about you?
Yeah, my son just texted me, said that was the play that Olney beat Fairfield on. I guess the inbounds play that we got.
Oh, is that right?
I think so.
Yeah. Interesting. How about that? Mules survive. They win back-to-back championships here. They win at 48-47. The last team to win back-to-back championships was these Mount Carmel Aces back in 2015, 2016. They won back-to-back. We'll have the presentation of the trophies here in just a second, and also going to have the announcement of the all-tournament team. So we want to follow along with you on that as well. We'll see how many members of the Mules and Aces are named to the all-tournament team. As the Mules come out and get their trophy. Now they're going to announce the all-tournament team.
From Mount Vernon, Caleb Dosher.
A player from Mount Vernon.
From Harrisburg, Andrew Biddle.
Andrew Biddle from Harrisburg.
From Carmel County,
Ethan Mahan from Carmi.
From Mount Carmel,
Caleb Appleby from Mount Carmel.
From Fairfield,
Kane Hicksonball from Fairfield.
And your 2020 CWCIT Tournament MVP, Landon Zerlini.
Landon Zerlini is the tournament MVP, and how can you argue that with his game-winning free throws there with just a few seconds left on the clock as Fairfield wins it here by a score of 48-47. Landon Zerlini, the tournament MVP, as Marty's working on our post-game stats. We're going to share those with you here in just a second. Team will be getting together for a team picture here in just a second as well. What a ball game. Holy cow. Mules survive 48-47. Again, they led after one quarter 19-9. Led at halftime, 28-22, but again, Mount Carmel outscored them in that second quarter. Mount Carmel cut it to 1 by the end of the third quarter. It was 35-34 Mules, and they come from behind in the closing seconds on two big free throws by Landon Zerlini to win it, 48-47. We will give Marty just another second or so to get this done, and then while he's doing that, we're going to remind you about the Jay Scheidler event coming to the Edwards County High School Gym in Albion on Saturday, April 11th. That's the Saturday night before Easter. Here's a promo to tell you about that right now. We'll be back.
Hey, basketball fans, you're invited to enjoy an evening with the Blonde Bomber, Jay Scheidler. He's coming to the Edwards County High School in Albion on Saturday, April 11th. Jay Scheidler won a state championship with Lawrenceville in 1974 and finished third in 76. He also won a national championship with Kentucky in 1978. And he was selected as Mr. Basketball in the state of Illinois during his senior year when he averaged over 32 points per game. Nobody else in Illinois has ever shot the basketball with the accuracy or the range of Jay Scheidler. And he could jump out of the gym, too. Jay Scheidler will tell all about his basketball stories and share his faith during an evening with the Blonde Bomber. Make plans to come out and hear and meet Jay Scheidler, the Blonde Bomber, on Saturday, April 11th at the Edwards County High School Gym in Albion. Tickets are just $20 each, which includes the meal. And music will be provided by the Judah First Band. Find more information by going to goodconcerts.com. That's goodconcerts.com. Back here at Carmi White County High School, where the Mules are back-to-back champs of the Carmi Invitational Tournament. They're getting their picture taken on the floor, as you see them right now. And Marty, run through the stats for us and tell us how the Mules did it.
Yeah, okay, for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces, they were led in scoring by their big guy inside, Caleb Appleby, with 23 points. Their junior guard, Bo Stipp, with 17, and then Gage Kennard with 4. And Kyle Klein with 3. That rounded up their scoring. They had 4 players in the scoring column. The Golden Aces had 8 turnovers in the ball game, most of those coming in the first half. 6 of their 8 actually come in the first half. They were 5 of 11 from the line for 45%. That was a pretty telling factor, I think.
Sure was.
For the Fairfield Mules, congratulations to the Carmi champions here. They were led in scoring with Wyatt Gilbert with 12. Kane Hicksonball had, Landon Zerlini with 11. Kane Hicksonball with 8. 6 from Noah McElravy, 6 from Luke Dagg, and 3 from Blake Pruitt. The Mules also had 8 turnovers, most of theirs coming in the second half. I think they had 7 of their 8 turnovers in the second half. The Mules were 12 of 15 from the line, so there is a big difference in the ballgame right there.
Got to win you some games right there, and it did tonight.
Good free throw shooting, so they played played not their best, I don't think, tonight, but I think that they would probably tell you that, but they played very hard the whole game.
Oh, yeah. Boy, what a game it was. Big free throws there down the stretch. You said 12 out of 15 for the game for the Mules, and again, the 2 big ones there at the end by Landon Zerlini.
Yeah, they were 6 of 6 in the fourth quarter and 3 of 4 in the third quarter. So they shot the ball, free throw, got to the line. And we talked about that, getting to the line early like they did. And when they finally got there, they were able to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Well, give the Mount Carmel Aces credit. I mean, they fought back in this game after being down by as many as 12.
They had a good game plan, and it worked. It was effective.
Yep, they sure did. And, give credit to Caleb Appleby for playing with 4 personal fouls there for quite a while.
He did. He did not foul out. He played. He didn't change his game. He still played hard. And then too, the officials, it seems like in the second half, they just kind of let the kids play.
Yeah.
They let the kids decide it, and that's good.
Yeah, especially down the stretch there. It was there was a lot of physicality going on there down the stretch that they just let them play. But again, give them credit because it was called both ways. I mean, they were letting them play on both sides.
Yeah, they did. They let them play. And it was both ways. So that's all you can ask for.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No. Hey, like I said, they're battle tested, but they're going to get battle tested more in the next couple of weeks.
They really are.
Yeah,
they really are. They got get the date with Pinckneyville next Saturday at the Pinckneyville Shootout, and then the Saturday after that they'll go to the Benton Shootout and take on the Nashville Hornets. And of course, still got some Black Diamond Conference games weaving in between all that as well coming up. But the Mules pick up their 19th victory tonight. They're now 19-3 on the season. Last year they finished 32-3, and boy, another great year.
Yeah.
Going on here for the Mules. Mount Carmel falls to 13-7. So, all right.
Good tournament.
Well, we appreciate you being here, Coach Slover. Yeah, we didn't have a chance to talk about the Bobcats much, but we'll do that next time.
We can do that sometime. We're getting ready to heat up. So
I was going to say, if we ever get some nice weather, you'll be able to play some softball,
We've been practicing since January, so we're ready to go.
Wow,
but,
man. Wow. All right. Well, again, final score here. Mules win it over Mount Carmel 48-47. Thanks to everybody who logged in and joined us tonight. Popped it up on your big screen or however you watched us tonight. We know you always have a choice as to where you tune in and watch and listen to, so we appreciate you joining us here on AreaSports.net. What a win for the Fairfield Mules, 48-47. Have yourself a great weekend, everyone, and so long from Carmi.